Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to PreMarket Prep at the close. Spencer Israel here. I'll have Joel Elconin join me in a few minutes here, but I want to start the stream off today with a guest who I'm going to bring on in a moment. Good day for markets. Again, what more can you say about it? Buy the dip continues to work. Stocks continuing to rebound from Friday's down day. We'll get to all that with Joel, though. I do want to bring on my guest here right now. Talking to Raul Villar Jr. He's the CEO of Paycor, ticker PYCR, IPO today on the NASDAQ. Let's talk about it. Raul, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Spencer.
You've had a busy day, I'm sure. Thank you for taking the time. For those who don't know, explain Paycor, explain the software.
Yeah, Paycor is a modern HCM solution that empowers leaders to build winning teams. We provide HCM software for small and medium-sized businesses to help them recruit, manage, pay, and retain their employees. But we're really focused on leader differentiation and empowering leaders to build winning teams.
Can you explain a little bit differences in the company pre-COVID, post-COVID, how that sort of impacted growth rates and the general shape of the business?
Yeah, I mean, our business, follows the U.S. labor market. And so, without question, we had an impact like everyone else with COVID in the 4 months, the first 4 months of COVID. And we've rebounded nicely as the labor markets have picked up. And we view that as a tailwind for Paycor as we continue to move forward, as the U.S. economy is roaring back and employment's getting closer and closer to all-time levels. And so we look forward to seeing that.
What does, though, however the labor market shifts as far as remote work models or a hybrid model or whatever, or fully back in the office, how does that affect you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest way it impacts us is that people want to be untethered from the office. And so a modern cloud multi-tenant solution like Paycor's enables the teams at companies that run payroll and HR to work from anywhere. And so we've been able to provide those solutions for our customers. We also provide tools to our clients that enable them to engage with their remote workforce. And that's really proven to be critical in this new environment.
Such as what?
Yeah, so we provide them tools and enable them to coach, do online one-on-one coaching with their associates, provide engagement with the employees. They're able to provide the employees feedback on their performance, shout outs for good performance, and provide them tools electronically in areas that they want them to focus on from a skill level.
So why IPO now?
Yeah, from a company perspective, it's been something we've been, moving towards for the last year. And one of the primary reasons is that we wanted to be able to reward all of our associates and have them, participate in the growth of Paycor on a go-forward basis. And then secondly, the demand for our offerings has been significant, and we wanted the ability to continue to expand our sales resources across the U.S. to meet the growing demand.
Did you consider other avenues, the SPAC model, direct listing model, or was it always just traditional IPO?
No, we considered all the alternatives, but for us, the IPO, the traditional IPO, was the right way to go. It provided the rigor that we wanted to incorporate into the Paycor infrastructure, and we're built to last.
So the software as a service space, especially for small, medium-sized businesses that you live in, pretty competitive. What exactly then is your key advantage, your key differentiator?
Yeah, I think the things that we hear from our clients is that our platform is simple and intuitive and easy to use. It's really robust. We provide all the solutions they need to empower their teams to be successful. We're an open system, so we enable our end customers to connect with all the other applications that are important for their industry. And finally, we really focus on helping their leaders be more effective. And those are the 4 key reasons why people choose Paycor.
What is like your biggest growth driver right now?
Yeah, the biggest growth driver by far is just us expanding our sales coverage. we have a significant opportunity to continue to add resources across the U.S. to meet the demand. And, this today, this will help us do that and begin that first step.
As far as for people who are not as familiar with the sandbox that you play in, what key factors should investors pay attention to? What do they need to know about? What key benchmarks or indicators do they need to pay attention to as sort of to understand the sandbox in which you live?
Yeah, I mean, I think the U.S. Labor market is a strong indicator of future success for us. As companies add more employees, that's really good for Paycor. So we're excited to see employment continue to grow, and that will be definitely an advantage for us as we move forward in the next few months.
I always like to ask executives when I speak to them is the biggest roadblock, biggest hurdle standing in your way right now?
Yeah, it's just the actually getting past the IPO process, right? We need to get focused, get back to work, and execute. And I think that's the number one thing we're focused on is, while this is a great day for Paycor and it's a milestone for the company, at the end of the day, we got to get back to work and deliver great technology for our customers and continue to grow the business.
What have you heard from your customers as far that we can extrapolate to the overall back to work movement? I'm not quite sure back to work is the right way to put it, but back to the office movement. What have you heard from them as far as like where they stand, and that we can maybe extrapolate for the overall U.S. employment market?
Yeah, I think it's mixed. I think, if you have a retail presence or a manufacturing plant, obviously, getting people back in the office is critical to success. However, many companies, Paycor included, can operate virtually and be as efficient and effective as ever. And so I think, not everyone's going to work from home anymore, and not everyone's going to work in the office. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. The great news for us is, our platform serves both audiences. So
the short answer there is it depends.
Yeah, it really depends on the type of company.
Okay, not the answer I was hoping to hear, but hey, if that's the truth, what markets are you in? Largest growth markets?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the small and medium sized business market. We cover the entire U.S.
Okay, so no international at the moment.
No international. Is
that in the plans down the road?
Probably down the road, but not in the near term.
Okay. And any final thoughts? Like you said, you got through the IPO. That in itself is a big milestone, not to be overlooked. But anything else that you want investors to know, sort of about not even just Paycor, but even the HCM model, the HCM industry that you guys are in?
Yeah, this is a huge market. The market opportunity in the SMB space for HCM is $26 billion. So we're just scratching the surface. The majority of the category is served by legacy payroll incumbents. And so this is a huge opportunity for people that want modern tools, modern cloud tools, like they're used to in their personal life at work. And so we're excited about the opportunity. Our runway's unlimited. And we're looking forward to continuing to drive forward and take care of all 28,000 of our customers.
Just one more thing that you just said is on the size of that market. I go back to COVID, and I just wonder how COVID has affected that. Right, if there is a tangible effect, if we seem to be mostly past at least the worst of it, if not, all the way through. But, going forward, I'm just wondering what kind of effect the events of the last year have had on the size of your market, because it was a pretty brutal year for a lot of small, medium-sized businesses.
Yeah, for us, I think it's really been helpful as people look for modern tools to work from anywhere. And as employment increases and gets back to previous levels, that's really great for the HCM category as a whole. And so we'll take advantage of that. But, the ability to provide a modern cloud solution to people that want to work from anywhere at any time has really been a difference maker for us.
Okay. And one more. I'm sorry. Are there are there specific? Can you name like a specific tool or tools that you have found that are? I know it varies by industry, but that are most in demand right now?
Yeah, I mean, without question, our talent platform is in strong demand, and it's the ability for leaders to set goals with their employees, provide continuous coaching every week during feedback sessions, and then provide recognition, which you'd normally be able to do in the office with a pat on the back. Now we're doing it virtually with messaging. And so I think that's been, the module that's in most demand.
All right, we've been on with Raul Villar Jr. He's the CEO of Paycor, the company. Again, IPO today on the NASDAQ. Tickers up on the screen, charts up on the screen, PYCR. Raul, thank you so much for the time. We will definitely stay in touch and keep tabs on you guys. We'd love to have you back on the show sometime down the road.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
All right. Another in a series of never-ending series of interviews for Raul, I'm sure today. So we thank him for his time. I'm sure it's always a busy day. On these IPOs, they run you through a car wash of interviews. So I appreciate his time joining me today. So I'll bring Joel on here in a couple of minutes, and in the meantime, I thought we would just hang out. I think the B word event, is it still going, guys? Does anyone know? It might still be going. I don't know if you all are watching that before this. I was, and I got to be honest with you guys. I was not super impressed. All right, let's bring up some charts. I was not super impressed. So there's Paycor. You can see this is a 1 minute chart. IPO price was 23. Yeah, IPO price was 23. We opened at 28. And we are at 25 right now, so we're still $2 above the IPO price for Paycor today. But back to the B word event, I was really not super impressed, and I don't think the markets were either. You saw that pop there. That was basically when the when the event started. But I don't know. I was listening to Dorsey, listening to Musk, yeah, even Kathy Wood, and nothing they said I was particularly impressed by. Elon did talk about Dogecoin, which, Andy, thank you. It's still going. Sell the news. Look, I did not think that this was an event worthy of buying ahead of. We always talk about how you want to buy ahead of events. I did not think that this B word conference today was an event that clearly I was wrong, because Bitcoin had its best morning this morning in a while, right? If you just go to a daily chart on Bitcoin here, it's having its best day in a while, right? So I missed that boat, but yeah, not a super, always interesting to hear those three speak, especially together, because you basically never see, two public tech CEOs in the same room unless they're being grilled by Congress. But yeah, there's Bitcoin, Ethereum, same thing, right? That's not Ethereum, that's Ethereum. Elon did say that Tesla would probably accept Bitcoin again at some point in the future. I think Tesla actually sold off on that headline. Let me tell you exactly where. I think he said that right. I think that red candle. I think that's what that was. Or maybe it was that one. I don't remember anymore. But anyway, still going. I'm kind of with you, Andy. I was a little bit disappointed. Thought it'd be a little more interesting, but it's very hard to have these types of explainer events about a topic as complicated as cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and the implications of that, right? Because they seem to be never ending. Okay. AEHR we had on the power hour today. Oh man, look at the move that's had. Up 12% today. Whew. Wow. Hat tip to it was Luke Jacoby on that interview, right? Right, AB? It wasn't the actual company that was on. Oh. All right, it was not the company. I stand corrected. It was just a guy who's long AEHR, right? Yeah. Okay. Stand corrected on that. Good day. Oh, heavy volume. Oh, no, actually, volume declining. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see like, you want to be this person, right, who catches it on day one. You want to be like these people, catching on day 4, right? I don't know what this company does. I missed the interview on Power Hour. So full disclosure, don't know what they do. Let's go to the scanner in Benzinga Pro and take a look at what is up, what is down. Let's fix this a little bit. I do like to look at change percent from the open. I think that tells me a little bit more than change percent from the previous day's close. And based on that, we can look at, look at Sava. Another good day for Sava. What else jumps out to me here? Nothing really, actually. Nothing really jumping out, at least from the open. Look at SoFi. Let's look at SoFi, guys. Who's underwater with me in SoFi? Are we all underwater together? Nice bounce. You like to see it. Forming a base. Can it hold? Who knows? You guys probably can't see it now, but I've got on the board behind me SoFi to the moon. That's where we're going. I hope. Maybe not, but good day for SoFi. Sava, right? Sort of your big winner of the day. Damn, nice. Very nice. Do not own this. Wish I did. Wish I did. What else did I want to look at? There was more from that scanner, and there are some other things that I have, but I almost want to save them for Joel because more fun with just Joel or with Joel and I. I wanted to look at Netflix. Someone in chat commented earlier about Netflix. I forget what they said. Netflix forming a base. Is that what was said? Easy Mike? I don't remember. Form support? Yeah, that's basically what you said. Yeah, I mean, it's stopped going down. Again, I didn't think it was it was a particularly bad or particularly good report. There were some things to like and some things to not like. Right? Obviously, the bar was low. They cleared it. The lowered guidance or subscriber guidance, not ideal. And the gaming thing is years away in terms of being a factor in terms of the balance sheet. So it's like I said this morning. You either believe that the growth has over, or you don't. I don't think this report did anything to change that or dispel that in any way. Solar up. I just own SoFi straight up common stock. Straight up. So that's where I'm at in SoFi. Yeah, Rennie do. CCIV. I forgot to mention it today. I mentioned it yesterday. I said yesterday I was going to mention it every day this week, and I forgot to mention it this morning. But CCIV, we do have the vote on, what's today, Wednesday? The vote's on Friday. The shareholder meeting to vote on the combo with Lucid Motors is scheduled for Friday. That's the 23rd. Typically, we see run-ups into these votes. We had one yesterday, not so much today. I might play this tomorrow. We'll see. I'm on with you guys. I'm not going to play it now, but we'll see. I'm interested in the CCIV tomorrow for sure. Particularly just into the event, not afterwards. Not long term. I don't know enough about this company. This scares me, right? All that stuff from earlier. It's bad enough that the one spec I do own is mergerless right now. So, wait, today is the voting day? Hold on. Am I misinformed here? Oh, thank you, Happy. So you can vote today. Okay. See, I didn't know that. I don't own the stock. I didn't know that. Okay. That's good to know that you can vote today. Did not know that. Thank you. Thank you all. When in doubt, check the news feed. Benzinga Pro. Why did I have the merger vote date being Friday? We say it's Thursday in the news feed here. Okay. Interesting. Something else I always like to look at, don't do it nearly enough, probably. Should do it more, is the top trending tickers on Benzinga Pro on any given day. So today, the most searched ticker on Benzinga Pro is Neuro. N-U-R-O. Neurometrics. Do not know what this company does. Here's a headline. Trading higher after they announced its Quell device has received the breakthrough designation from the FDA for treating symptoms of fibromyalgia in adults. This is your number one trending ticker on Benzinga Pro today, up a very cool 140%. So obviously that's why it is your most searched ticker on Benzinga Pro today. Number two on that list, if you're interested, is CEMI. Again, these are all going to be high flyers. That's just the nature of the beast, right? Yeah, just huge mover. Oh, just your average 100 or 200% gainer in one day. No big deal. NBD. Your number three trending ticker is AMC, which is interesting. This is interesting, right? So you had a great day yesterday. You had a good day 2 days ago. You had a great day yesterday. But now you want to see it hold. I want to get Joel's thoughts. You want to see it hold. Can it hold 40? Can it hold 40? I don't know. Maybe Joel knows if he brought his crystal ball. I hope he brought his crystal ball. Joel right now, getting him on the show. Okay, so Netflix, we had Chipotle. Wanted to look at that as well. You can't. They should do a stock split. In all seriousness, Chipotle should do a stock split. That stock will go to the literal moon. It will go to 2,000 if they announce a stock split. This is got to be like one of the all-time great turnaround stories from what was it? Was it E. coli? Forget what it was. E. coli may have been Taco Bell. It may have been both, actually. From E. coli in like 2015, right? Or no, that was like 2014, 2015. And it was on several occasions. It wasn't just one time. It was a recurring issue for them. You can't stop this thing. Can't stop it. Just crazy. So I wanted to look at Chipotle. I wanted to look at Sleep Number. That was your big loser of the morning, SNBR, as far as earnings were concerned. And okay, at least it bounced. This is the first time I'm looking at this today. So yeah, it was the E. coli in the lettuce. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I avoid Chipotle like the plague. Actually, you know what? Side note, can we still say that? Is it still okay to say you avoid something like the plague? We just went through a plague. I don't know if that's still a thing that's like kosher to say. Anyway, I avoided Chipotle for like 2 years because of that. Not 2 years. It was like 6 months, but it felt like 2 years. Okay, SMBR recovered a little bit. Still down 10% though. This one I had wrong in my head. This is one that I had thought the numbers were going to be amazing. And let's go into a calendar and earnings for SNBR, and you can see the last few quarters they blew it. I guess you can argue this is a stay-at-home play, right? People are staying at home, not going out. They figure we might as well buy new beds while we're here, right? So last few quarters, you can see just the green on the screen. They blew the numbers away. Q1 EPS $2.50 versus $1.83. Prior quarter $2.19 versus $1.44. Prior quarter $1.79 versus $1. I mean, they just crushed the last few quarters. I thought that would continue. I guess not. with the country more or less reopened at this point and people back to spending money on other things. So in my head, I had this one dead wrong. Dead wrong for me. Going back to our scanner, if anyone has any stocks, you can drop them in the chat. We'll ask them of Joel when he comes on in a couple of minutes. What's up with my news feed here? It's a little weird. That's better. VEEE. What does this company do? Let's find out. Do we know? I don't know what this company does. Oh, this is the power boats. Right. That does ring a bell. Anyway, what was the IPO price? IPO price at 6, open at 670, and wow, the chart doesn't. All right, so we priced at 6, open at 670, and there was a halt today. I saw nothing too crazy, right? We're up 20 cents. Not too wild of a day. What do you who asked that? Hertz Scrambler, what do you like about it or not like about it? Is that I remember Matt talking about this on the show on Monday, IPO Warriors. I don't remember what he said. I do remember him saying that he didn't love Paycor. That was his take. I don't remember what he said about VEE. Why are the banks and oil strong, Andy? Let me save that one for the real expert here. I'm gonna save that one for Joel when he comes on in a couple of minutes. We'll make that the first thing we ask Joel. Why are the banks and oil strong? He better be getting his answer ready. What else did I want to look at? The rest of it, I do have some more stuff, but I want to save him for Joel a little bit. So maybe we just bring Joel on now. Let's do that. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, Mr. Elconin, you heard me. Not me. You heard Andy. Why are the banks and oil strong today?
Well, good afternoon. I would say, I'm not having sharing my screen yet, but what do you use as a indicator for banking stocks, Spencer?
TLT.
And what is the TLT doing today?
I confess I haven't looked, but if the banks are doing one thing, I can't even type. There we go. Oh, look at the TLT, down 1.25% today.
Yep. So just a little bit of a pullback there in the TLT, and that's good for the banks. Also, I mean, TLT's had a big run. These banks have really gotten smoked and a little bit slow to recover. So you always look, I mean, nothing goes straight down or straight up, right? So it's just a little bit of a counter trend move. Well, I guess the trend is still up. So this would just be a little bit of a rebound. So that's what I would say, the TLT, and then just a little retracement. I'm looking here at JP Morgan, and it found some monthly support as well. So I'm not sure if BAC looks that way as well. A little bit. Now, not as defined there. Let's look at Citigroup. That one's just been beaten up. So just a little rebound.
Right.
For oil is tougher.
Yeah.
That's why I guess. Yeah, I guess there was some number that it reversed on, and once again for this, I would just say, I mean, you had a big old break in crude oil, right? You dropped from over 76 to the 65 handle. That's a big move, with a lot of it taking place in the last couple days. So just once again, just a little bit of a retracement, a little counter trend move, bringing oil back.
All right, let's go overall market here. Pull up the S&P futures.
Sure. Once again, nary a pullback off the open. Just open 28, tick 26, nowhere near that pre-market low, and we're blasting. We're now 30 handles above Friday's close. We just hit 48.75. Not having any relevant levels in this area, so not even at the daily target. We talked about crude trying to get back half of that decline. Gold's down 620. Once again, survives a dip under 1800. Pair of lows in gold at 1795 area. Actually, 3 lows there. So there's your bogey in gold. Silver dip under 24 2 days in a row. Recovering, get a green candle. Bitcoin, not much different than it was earlier in the day, but wow, you did have a spike almost $1,000 higher. That must have been when they were talking about it at that B conference or whatever. And then Ethereum's having a good day too. That's up 9%, $162, 9.
Yeah, I was saying before you hopped on, Joel, the B word conference left a little bit to be desired. The only thing that I thought was interesting, not that I watched the whole thing, but I did watch the part with Elon and Jack Dorsey and Cathie Wood. Elon said that Tesla, I think his exact word was would probably accept Bitcoin again in the future as payment. And then Elon talked about Dogecoin a little bit, but
where is Dogecoin nowadays?
Down. Actually, as far as the exact pricing, I think it was like 20 cents. What is it?
20, 25 cents. Yeah.
20 cents. It sounds like it looks like 20 cents. What is that? That's it's 18 cents. All right, it's off by a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yep, the Elon pop on that. That must have been, he must have been speaking around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me look at the chart. I'd have to say that was right around 132. Would be my guess. So big pop on that, and a little bit of a pullback.
They started speaking at 1. It was at 2:00 is when.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. That coincides with the pop.
Okay, we got to talk about the pair of Penn and DraftKings. Now, what do you do here? Because these things are so out of favor. If you're DraftKings, you just, or if you're Penn, you just went up $10 in 2 days, right? And if you're DraftKings, a little bit less, but same story, right? So, this looks like a good shot on both of these to take a chance.
Well, Penn has had these kind of rallies before, and it's kind of stalled out. But did we find any? We took out that low from November last year. These things have just been beaten up. That is a big move. What, 63? That is a $10 move. I don't know if you're going to get a look at this thing under 70. This has got a lot of momentum going. A lot of momentum to the upside.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be shorted down here. I'll give you the next daily target is 74.08. I guess if you feel that this is the move, it's out of the gate. Maybe risking down to today's low. 69.85. It was a little bit of a gap on that. So just setting that up on a risk reward ratio, maybe risking 3+ points and see if it can finally have a meaningful retracement. This has been over a 2-for-1 stock split there, coming off that 140 high. In DraftKings, I really don't know if these things are going to get going until football season is back.
Joel, football, it's mid-July. That's around the corner.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe I think that's when things pick up. DraftKings, nice both 3-day move here. Boy, it's still like 56 to that 40 range. Looks like you have some open air up to 50. And like I said, I don't know if we're going to get much of a pullback here off today's move. They had some news today, right? Some that Brady's doing.
Well, it's not just Brady, but yeah, they're launching their NFT marketplace. I just wrote those two down. I will probably take a shot tomorrow at
Okay.
one of these, and then stop myself out. I'll throw out a stop loss right then and there. At like in DraftKings, for example, I'll do it at like 46 or whatever. Just take a shot. Or Penn, I'll do it. I don't know. It's Penn at 73 or whatever.
The way everyone's on the football schedule, preseason,
Yeah.
8-5, and
I'm actually interested. I don't usually write stuff down, but I just wrote those two down. I think after we're done here, after the close, I will
do some homework.
Do a little bit of homework. Probably take a shot tomorrow at one or both of these things. I want to talk about those. I don't know if you saw Netflix or Chipotle today. Chipotle never stopped going up.
Wow.
Netflix stopped going down. So
wow. The CMG, man, I wish I could execute the strategies that I say on the show. And what I said was, man, this thing, if it takes out the pre-market high, look out. And what did you do? Like right after the open, here's your pre-market high. I mean, there was just a continuation move here. Don't know what to tell you, folks. This is a huge move up. What? That's up nearly $200.
insane.
Holy man, oh man, oh man.
It's one of like the greatest. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but like I was saying earlier, it's such a great comeback from. You couldn't go there because you were afraid you'd get sick, and now.
Oh, that was a long time ago. That was back in here, right?
Yeah, it was like 2015, I think.
Was it that long ago? The E. coli square?
It was a while ago. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, just keep your eye on the close for today. I can't really. That's the only thing. You're at 1767. What's the high? 17 something. Man, they should split their stock. Make this easy.
We said that it would go to the moon if they did a stock split.
Yeah, they didn't need it to go to the moon. 1778.29, and you got a big old gap in here to fill. I mean, is it going to pull an HCA? I mean, what did HCA do today after the gap and go? Added a little bit, peeling back though, a little bit of profit taking today. Where are we at? 48.31, 49.24. Keeping an eye on this one. I would not be thrilled if I was long and it took out that low from today of 48.31 because you just don't have anything in there. Yesterday's low way down at 37.68.
I don't know if you got the chance to discuss Hog this morning. I know we didn't talk about it with the three of us, but this thing opened at the low, I think, at the low of the pre-market session.
And
it never really saw it again. It just kept on going.
Look at that. This is, folks, I mean, if you look at, like, for continuation moves here, this is where this was the last 15-minute bracket. Boom. Right before the open. And then here is the first 15-minute bracket. So, keen on those. Like if you were trying along, boom, you found out very quickly. It was a real wow. That was a powerful move down to 41.50, and then paused. Wow, you got to look at Wow, you even got to look at yesterday's high in that thing. That's unbelievable. Because it opened up right at 44.10, so it opened in the green. Oh, this is interesting, and then went to red. Be a little bit concerned if I was a Harley-Davidson shareholder. Just really no major upside until you get back above 44. And now after this 40, I believe this was the gap and go from last earnings. After that is 39.10, and then the gap to fill. So really, turn the switch pretty quick on that one. And then also Netflix, boom, boom, boom. Same thing here. What we talked about was focusing on the close because, right, you had the big dip, the rip, and the closing price from yesterday was, I believe it was 531.09, and they gave it a little bit of a pop, 531.05, and look how it stopped within a nickel of that. 530.99, and we broke all the way down to 505.61. We were talking about under this low here. You had two lows in the same area, under 520, had some potential air down to 510. You sure did find that. Netflix not having a great day.
No. Interesting on the Harley-Davidson thing. They announced they're launching a marketplace for pre-owned bikes. Probably no better time in the history of history to be selling a pre-owned anything because used is more expensive than new right now.
I know. And what are they talking about? You know, they used to say when you drove a car off the lot, you know, it depreciated.
No.
Now
it goes up in value. The second you're off the lot, it goes up in value.
Can't get them no more.
That's true. Okay.
S&P still up here, still the upper quadrant here of the session, up 30.5 handles at 43.46. So right back from where we started from Thursday. We were up at this area.
A few more. I want to talk about United Airlines. They had earnings last night. We didn't discuss it this morning. It's sort of a quiet day. I mean, the sector trades together, right? So, you see Jets up 3%, you see UAL up 3%, United, American, they're all up in the 3 to 4% range. So, no,
wow.
It's by no means an outlier today. The numbers, I think, are not even that relevant, but I wanted to look at the stock anyway.
Yeah, we gave you that if you were trading Delta today, we gave you that $42 area. The reason for that is I believe it was before earnings had three highs between 42.05 and 42.27. Boom, you got the 42.20 today. Opened right at the low, higher open. So even though they got hit on their own earnings report, rallying off the UAL report, let's take a look at Love, LUV, finally getting a nice 3-day bounce. Wow. Let's see what happens at 54. At least on the way down, there were big sellers at 54. We don't know if they chased it down under 50 or they're still lurking at 54 for LUV.
All right. In exhibit 2082 is why the movement of what a company reports in its earnings are not always indicative of what the stock would do. Just to follow up on yesterday, Joel, let's look at Intuitive Surgical.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Did you see that one at the open today?
It opened up and then did a faceplant.
Faceplant is a generous term, but yeah, it face planted hard, and the numbers were great. They blew it away, right?
Look what you got set up here for you. I don't know how many ISRG traders here we have in the crowd, but boy, you got a great level here. Let's just call it 930. I know you got a little bit lower today, 926.52. Oh, 26.48. All right, I'll have to lower it a little bit. I'll lower it to today's low. And boom, because they all are coincide there. So $15 bounce off that level is good. Longer term, though, 3 lows right in the same area. No such thing as a quadruple bottom. So you want to see it keep, gaining the momentum it has from this rally. And what this is my number moving forward for this one would be that not that all-time high that was made today in 987.27, but how about that old-time closing high that came on Tuesday as well as 955.05.
All right, if you have some tickers, drop them in chat. There's a few that I had missed. I'm scrolling back now. Someone had asked about. Oh man, let me find it.
What's going on with CCIV? People are asking about that.
The voting started today. It's on the merger. So,
a little nervousness, huh?
No, probably just buy the rumor, sell the news.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I didn't even know the voting. I thought it was Friday. I didn't know it was today. So what do I know? I didn't even have the date right. There was a ticker that was in there earlier that I wanted to. I forget where it was. I'm sorry. I missed it. Anyway, drop your tickers in the chat again, and we'll try to cover them here for the next 15 minutes or so. Someone asked about Teladoc. That's what it was. Teladoc. That Teladoc can't catch a break, right? Well, it's down what, $1?
Yeah. I mean, not a bad day. I mean, it had the rally on Monday and Tuesday. I think you got an area that you really need to focus on here in Teladoc's a little bit above here. Let's just call it 150. Let's call this 157 here. 157.18 was the actual high, and 56.69 the next day. So I don't mind this chart. Had the rally off the low and pulled back, and now made its low, consolidating a little bit. I think you need, in order for this thing to get the hops here, you got to clear 157.
Trying to look. What is this one? What is BEKE? I'm not familiar. Yeah, not familiar. This is a stock. This is a Kathy stock. She's been buying this, or she has bought it in the past. I shouldn't say she's buying. She has bought it. I don't know unless I just know it and I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's not, this is what is this? Online and offline platform for housing transactions, and so basically, China Zillow, I think Chinese Zillow.
Okay.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. You got a potential setup here. Let me just read you the last 3 daily highs: 817, 3815, and 3819. So you just can't get through there for some reason. You've backed off into the 37 hand, only down 36 cents. So I don't think you get really excited in this on the long side to clear 3820. Then it looks like I'd ignore that other high above that, then get a look at 40. Meanwhile, support forming into 36 handle. They jumped ahead of yesterday's low, 36.13. 2-day low 653, and then the low from the day 662. So a pause, a break, a rally, a pause here, but above 38.20 looks like it's getting interesting on the long side.
Since a few people have mentioned Las Vegas Sands, here's a calendar for tonight. So Whirlpool, Las Vegas Sands, Discover, Texas Instruments, Equifax, CCI, and Kinder Morgan are your big ones.
Man.
So not too many big names tonight.
No, and this is getting a little bit of a rally today. Man, down month after 3. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 down months. I don't know. I mean, how good of a report can they have? I mean,
not.
No. I'll say if you really want to get this going to the upside, let's see if we can get into that 50 handle. I see a high at 49.93 and 49.84. So that's not too far away here. So it's pressing. I think you get that pop, get it up over 50. I think you get, shorts perhaps trying to cover on strength as opposed to weakness, or people are trying to accumulate a position in this. But just part of the reopening, and once again, how good a numbers can they have? With the amount. I mean, I'm sure that they have some online stuff, but get into that 50 handle. Definitely some room on the upside.
And then tomorrow morning, just to look a little bit ahead, and then I'll go back to the tickers from chat. Biogen, AT&T, Abbott Labs, Domino's, Southwest, American, and Alaska. So big airlines day tomorrow. Dow also reports tomorrow morning. So just PSA for your awareness type of thing. Let's go back to the chat. There's a few tickers in there that we missed. What about Moderna? Someone's asking for a long entry.
Asking the wrong person.
BTFD always works.
Yeah. Well, before today, I would have been looking at the previous day's low, and that was 92. You got to 93.62 today. If you really feel like you have to be long this, what is your close? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea where to tell you to get long this
Okay.
thing. I would just say under under 292, which is the 2-day low. Things open up on the downside, at least to the lower 280, but have no idea where to tell you to get long on this one.
A couple people have asked about AMD and Nvidia. Nvidia having a good day. AMD also having a good day. I mean, all of tech, really, most of tech. I shouldn't say all of tech. Most of tech is having a good day. Unless your name is Netflix or Tesla, really, or even Apple. I don't even know if Apple's on the green today, but by and large, most tech is on the green.
In this one for AMD, man, that hit that. I remember talking about that when it was up here at these when they put in that triple top at the $95 area. And the reason I remember that so well is because when we were looking on the dailies, look at that, almost identical here from what it did in January. Same thing here, steep drop. I don't know. I'd say to get things going on the upside, got to get into that 90 handle. 89.24 your high today, 89.78 your high on July 15th, and then so call it 90. After that opens up to 91.40. S&Ps that just got to look at 43.40 and bouncing once again. So a little bit of a sell-off. Don't know if it's imbalance induced, but on the comeback trail. Back now, about 4 handles up from the high of the day.
Moderna, for what it's worth, is the number 4 trending or the most searched ticker in Benzinga Pro today. Nvidia is number 6. Netflix is number 7.
Oh, I did look at it. What's going on with Nvidia? The day after the split. Oh, nice. Goes to my line there.
Very nice.
I bet you my line's a little bit off, but this is let's just do this to the T from the split. High was. Ooh, that high was a double top, 0842 and 0875. So I want to see a better retracement on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that, and we'll go to our retracement tool, see if we can do it a little more accurately. And let's go. That's right there. It's closer to the 194.5, 195, current high 95.27. So I'd watch this over the next couple of days. Good base case scenario is hangs in here, closes in here a couple of days, and then tries to make that revisit that $200 area. But nice bounce off yesterday's low. And continuing trying to get back half of that move.
And just to clarify that, whoever said that, Scarjo, Neuro, N-U-R-O, is the most searched ticker today in Benzinga Pro. But I was naming AMC, Moderna, and Nvidia, which are further down the list. But Neuro is your number 1 most searched ticker because it's your number 1 gainer, pretty much.
N-U-R-O?
Yeah, just the high flyer of the day. There's no technicals to be had. I don't know what a longer term chart looks like. Well,
not very good.
Now I do.
Oh boy.
So anyway, just to clarify my comment, if you misheard me earlier. What else? Okay, I think James had mentioned X. Yeah, it was James that mentioned X. X going to give it to you today? Let's find out.
X marks the spot. Get coming off the low from Friday. Pausing where it should be at Thursday's high, 23.25. Today's high, 23. Wow, we just blasted into the 50 handle. Just hit a high, 43.50, 75 going into the last 6 minutes. So can't keep this market down. We're still trading up near that area, 23. But I expect a little bigger burst to the upside if you can clear this high from today. 23.24 as that coincides very nicely with the 23.25 high just back on July 16th.
Oh, there was one more. Shoot. What was I about to say? I just had a thought as you were talking, and the thought just left my head. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, did you see my tweet? I tweeted at you a link to an article in the FT that Fitzy Russell is considering, or they're gonna like evaluate the annual Russell rebalance,
No.
and whether they want to stick with the once a year thing or they want to do like a quarterly or a biannual thing that everyone else does. So
Oh, really?
yeah, the crazy stat that was in that article, and I have to pull up my own Twitter now because I don't remember what the numbers were. The crazy stat from that article was in 1.97 seconds at the close on June 25th, in 1.97 seconds, 2.37 billion shares of stocks traded hands. That's about $81 billion. $81 billion worth of stock in 1.97 seconds on the 25th. So
On what stock is this?
that's on all stocks.
Oh,
That
wow.
was from NASDAQ. That was like on the NASDAQ. So
Oh, wow. So they want to spread it out a little bit, huh?
maybe so. Maybe
All
so.
right.
How do we feel about CNK? That's not one we talk about this every so often. More so in relation to AMC. It's not a chart I look at it. I don't look at this chart very often, so I don't really know what
Wow.
I don't really know. I don't know what to say about that.
Oversold, right? Boy, just knocked this thing down day after day after day. You got a tradable level here to lean on. Pair of lows at the $15 area. Not today, but 2 days ago, 1476 and 1495. So not too far away from there. That's like $2 away. So, I think this turnaround for this is the good to try and get back some of that move. Don't mind it here at 17. Got a lot of air. You could just go up to those daily highs to see, what you're looking at. The current high is 1710. Your next daily high doesn't come into 1779. So if you want to take a shot here, you could always lean on that low in the move. It just doesn't feel like, today's high was a buck above the high, or today's low was a buck above the low from yesterday. So buyers are really having to reevaluate the strategy where they were buying this on weakness. Now you have to buy into a rising market. Long term, just not super bullish. These theaters, how is AMC? I know this has had a big move today.
Yeah.
What did we get to? We got to 46.56. The only thing I had there for you was, we got to 46.45 and 46.55, and that matches your exact high on July 12th at 46.55. So if you were paying attention to your dailies on that, maybe got a good sell-off. We've turned. We're now down 240 on the session. You want to see this hang in there tomorrow or a day or two, see how it ends the week. But it looks like that the rally off the low is looking a little tired now.
All right, snap, crackle, pop. Noting Microsoft is at the highs. It's not just Microsoft. It's really all of tech here, or not all, most of tech, right? Microsoft is at the highs of the day. Google is at the high of the day. Facebook's close to the high of the day. The Qs are at the high of the day, frankly. So most tech, again, even Netflix is at the high of the last 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah. Strong close here, folks.
Yeah.
Very, very strong close. Back in the 50 handle. Who would have thought that? 43.50. We just had a quick burst up to 52 and a quarter. So another strong session. That little dip that we had about quarter till. It's just another couple days. Once again, making that day on Monday just looked like a complete aberration. I just want to see where we're at. We're going off the board at like 50 and a quarter here. I just want to see in relation. I didn't have anything up until 43.68. That was a high that you had from last week, but just want to see where this is on a closing basis. 50. Let's say we settle right here at 51. That matches this close here on the way down at 43.52. But will be interesting tomorrow if the momentum can carry this market. Your 4 and 5 day highs, 43.68 and 43.70 and a quarter.
Okay, that is a wrap for At the Close today. If you haven't already, do me a solid, do Joel a solid, drop us a like. We'd appreciate that. Please remember, all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes, not for investing or trading advice. That's a wrap for Joel and I. We will see you tomorrow. Sans Dennis, because he's out rest of week and most of next week. So you're stuck with us, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, Joel. The rest of you, I'll see you tomorrow. Mike Rouse doing a demo right now, how to trade with Benzinga Pro. That's right here on this channel. Everyone have a good rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow.